Welcome to Interval Drinks
with your tipsy thespian pals, Chris
and SLP. Subsequent to the events you have just witnessed.
Have we started? Are we starting?
This is a
Is
start.
that it, Ian? Yeah? Okay, and
We're here.
We're here. Hi. Please keep that in because it's absolutely fabulous.
I think we definitely should. Hello.
Hello. How are
It's been
you?
so long, Chris.
Where have you been?
Where have you been?
This is Little Shop of Horror.
Little shop of horror.
I tried to harmonise then, it didn't quite work, so we're just going to peter that house. And of course, we have an appropriate themed cocktail.
Have we got another cocktail?
We've got another cocktail, and this is
Lovely.
called, appropriately, the Audrey 2, Something That's Green.
Something that's green.
Something that's green.
Okey-dokes.
And of course, we'll be sharing these the cocktail ingredients
Oh
on our
my
social
gosh.
media pages. Thank you so much.
Wowzers.
This is amazing.
Thank you, barman.
Again, far removed from my living room with the shit
This
mixes
is
in the pint
insane.
glasses, isn't it? Should we give it a try?
We had to all have them
I
in wine
love this
glasses at
little
yours.
sort of Venus flytrap thing on the top. Look.
Oh, God. Cheers.
Oh, no, I like that. No, I like that.
That's really
Isn't it great?
nice.
That deserves a cheers.
Cheers.
That's absolutely gorgeous.
Cheers. I'll grab you a napkin.
Yeah, you'll definitely be wanting
There you go, Darren.
to make this at home. Can you
Wow.
talk me through these?
No, I'm going to have another
Oh,
sip.
okay. No, I'm not there.
Chris, there's blood in the ice
There's
cube. Not,
blood in the
not
ice cube.
actual blood, guys.
There's
Don't worry.
blood in the ice cube.
The ice cube.
What's this for here?
Oh, well, you know, the show, Little Shop of Horrors, there's a big thing that features quite heavily. It's the plant, right?
Oh.
Don't mention the plant.
And if you mention the plant, you
You
have
have
to
a
do
shot.
So have we
Exactly.
mentioned the plant, or are we starting now?
Starting now.
No. Okay, perfect. Let's talk about Little Shop of Horrors.
What's Little Shop of Horrors about, Chris?
It's amazing. It's kind of like this parody, it's more a pastiche of the B movies. And I absolutely adore it. And
It's just brilliant.
I was
isn't it?
introduced to it again. You know, I made that apology about the film,
Yes.
the musical
Yes,
genre. I was introduced to the film, first of all, that glorious film
think I
starring
was as well, yeah.
Rick Moranis and the fabulous Steve Martin.
Yeah.
The stage
Steve
show
Martin.
then by Alan Menken and Howard Ashman. It's this sort of comedy rock musical, if you like. And just some fun facts. The stage show was originally produced in 1982.
1982.
So I was a twinkle in my mum's eye. I was born in 83.
Were you?
Yeah, and
Do you
I know
when
we
I
had
was
that.
born?
We had that conversation in the Rent thing, didn't we?
think
Where
we
we
did.
discovered that Rent
Oh,
is actually
yeah.
older than you are.
Soz, guys.
There's
Soz.
had been many revivals of this, including off Broadway and off West End at the Menier Chocolate Factory.
Yes.
And I kind of toyed with the idea of wanting not that I was going to do it personally, but the need for a West End revival of this.
Oh, God. I'd love that.
But then I kind of thought about it, it kind of suits more of the fringe, intimate space. I can't really see this translating to a proscenium kind of theatre.
I see what you mean. It needs that sort of the intimacy, doesn't it, of the of like a bit of a smaller theatre, and like you say, a sort of fringe venue, if you like. And it's so popular with amateur companies, isn't it? And with universities.
It's
and
fun.
with,
It's great
so
fun.
fun.
And
So
you kind
accessible.
of the reason for that sort of intimate space is you kind of feel drawn in a little bit more to the plant and to
the what?
Oh shit! The bear.
Cheers.
Oh god.
Oh, why did we come up with that?
I mean, this was your idea.
Why did we come up with that?
Nothing to do with me. But it's the
big green thing from
the
outer
big green
space.
thing from outer space. Why isn't that in the stage show? That song.
I don't know. There
Big
are a
Green
couple of
Mother.
cuts, aren't there?
There are a couple of cuts.
There are a couple of cuts. I'm not sure.
But glorious, absolutely glorious, and it's
Such a
off
fun
Broadway's to date. At the time of recording, off Broadway's longest running show.
It's not.
It is. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
And
what? Not like
It's,
Phantom or one
I've just
of
been
those?
looking at my
Go on.
notes here, and
Go on.
I've written quite popular with amateur theatre companies. We are the same person. You've just said that. We're literally the same person.
Chris, now, oh God, this is going to make me look like maybe a bad friend. So I was trying to remember how we met the other day, but of course, so we've got Hesel Theatre Company in common, haven't we?
We have.
Now, I think it was before this. I can't remember exactly. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at something like that. But I think one of my first memories of seeing you perform was when you were in Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, as the dentist, of course.
As the dentist.
Orin, yeah.
Oh, God. And I was blown away by it. I really, really loved the show anyway, but your performance as a dentist was just insane. It was so good. It was so good. Is that amazing. Like the role that you always gravitate to?
I kind of like Orin as a character. Yeah. He's great.
He's bonkers, isn't he?
Do you know what role I'm destined to play? I feel like I want to play, and this has only come about later in life.
Audrey. Is it not?
Bill Sykes in Oliver.
Oh!
I'd really like to give him a go.
You know what? I can totally see you as Bill Sykes.
I kind of like the stature, the kind of broad,
the menacing,
and the Cockney. You know, the menacing kind of portrayal.
You're one of the most menacing people I've ever met in my
Thank
life,
you for that.
Ever.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So people who don't know me on sort of like the periphery, if you like, they're absolutely petrified of me.
Oh God!
They think, oh gosh, who is this crazy guy? And I can't think why.
Yeah, I can't think why. Gosh, but now I can.
But the set for the tour and indeed for Amtram companies is particularly impressive. It's really, really impressive. So like Mushnik's shop and the idea of the plant, and certainly a couple of amateur versions of this that I've seen.
Sorry, the idea of the what?
Oh God, shit.
He did it. He said it.
We had a similar game with Hamilton.
We did.
And what happened is the podcast was just completely... Sorry.
It's really nice, but it's also... I'm not going to say how early it is, because...
This is going downhill dramatically.
Hooray!
So I've constructed a little bit of a Little Shop of Horrors quiz.
Brilliant. And is this for the watchers or is this for me?
No, this is for the people that are listening and watching at home.
Great.
So I'll drop them in, just like we did in The Sound of Music.
Oh, lovely.
I'll drop them in as the podcast goes on, so I won't list them. There's 10 questions in all, but I'm going to start you off with question number 1.
A very good place to start.
Absolutely, dear. What is Seymour's surname?
Oh.
What is Seymour's surname?
I'll tell you what.
For question number 1.
Glad it's not for me. Brilliant.
So I've played parts before where I've been totally miscast.
Yeah.
And I know that I've been miscast. I've been in them, and I've not saying that I've not enjoyed it, because obviously I relish performing. But
yes, yeah.
Orin, I kind of feel is me, isn't it? That,
unhinged.
Yes, unhinged.
Yes.
Satanistic dentist who just wants to extract your teeth.
In fact, wasn't it? It was written for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, just ask Mencken and Ashman. They said if Chris Holmes isn't doing it, we're not doing
we're
the show.
walking.
Yes,
we're walking. Why are they from New York?
I am the Ethel Merman of the Little Shop of Horrors world.
Oh God! Oh Christ! But I really, in fact, I'll tell you what. If I were ever sort of involved in a production side of putting on Little Shop of Horrors, I'd find Orin such an interesting character. I would kind of want to just push and push and push and see how unhinged you can actually go. Nay, like, horny? You know, when he's doing the sort of sadistic song literally in the dentist and it's
the gas.
Yeah, and he's literally like he's getting animalistic, isn't he?
Yeah.
And so I would just be like, more.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's just me.
So his sexual drive is the gas.
And it's just, oh God, I'd just want to see someone go absolutely bananas, really.
Bananas. Question number 2.
Question number 2.
What does Mushnik decide to do with Seymour that happens only in the stage show and not in the film? What does Mushnik decide he wants to do with Seymour that happens in the stage show but not in the film?
And how are we going to... Should we reveal the answers over our social media, do you think?
Yeah, I think let's have a guessing game. Let's people guess.
Yeah.
And then, if you get 10 out of 10...
you win our approval.
You win a drink from me at the Vox Box, which is Paul's premier karaoke venue.
Where we happen to be right now.
Had to get a little bit of
a little bit of a plug.
Absolutely.
A little bit of a shame.
Absolutely.
I like that. You know Seymour?
Yes.
You know Seymour. So he's, of course, like this lovable dork character, right? You know in the... no, I can't remember what theatre it was at, but it was off-Broadway 2021 revival with Jeremy Jordan.
Jordan, of course, yeah.
I love Jeremy Jordan.
Yeah,
you
me
know
too.
how much I love Jeremy Jordan.
Absolutely.
He's way too handsome to be like Seymour, don't you think? Is that just me?
Well,
I find him like a sort of... I would see him and be like, you're like naturally a leading guy.
He could definitely sing it and act it.
Yeah, that's.
And I think
doesn't...
it's got to be more in the poise and the physicality and the glasses and the costume and the lights. You know, it's almost a bit of trickery.
I just think he's a bit hunky.
I kind of but I kind of like the idea of that Clark Kent thing where he takes off the glasses and all of a sudden he's Superman. You know?
Okay, all right.
Clark Kent. I've said that right. Is it Clark Kent?
I think so. I mean, don't ask me about superheroes, mate. I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
I think so. Clark. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yes.
It is. I don't know. If it's not musical theatre, I don't want to know.
Well, exactly.
So
Superman the musical.
Well, I was going to say, Ashman and Menken need to be writing Superman the musical.
I love Alan Menken.
Let me hear that. And I spoke briefly in a previous podcast about Batman the musical. Batman?
Did you?
No, Banana Man.
Banana Man.
Do you remember that? I talked about Banana Man the
remember.
musical, which is a musical I saw at the Suffolk Playhouse many moons ago, and what a joy that was.
I used to watch episodes of Banana Man and just, oh God, that really took me back. I can't believe that.
Right, talking about the difference between the movie and the stage show, question number 3 then is what happens to Audrey in the movie that doesn't happen in the film?
There's a big difference, isn't it?
What happens to Audrey in... Well, I've said that twice, haven't I? Movie and film.
Oh, movie versus the stage.
Yes. So you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
It's the apple sours. What happens to Audrey in the stage show that doesn't happen in the film? You are loving that cocktail, aren't you?
I am. Should we have a little thing? Cheers.
Cheers.
Look at this plant. Oh my God.
Isn't it fabulous?
We are being utterly spoiled now. Utterly spoiled. You know what I really actually like? Sorry, still on Seymour. How he does start as this sort of bumbling, lovable character, but he genuinely descends into being like a savage murderer, in a way, doesn't it?
Depends how you look at it.
How do you look at it, Chris?
Do you sympathise with him?
I think that literally depends on the
He's constantly beaten down, isn't he, by the people that surround him.
He is. And so it's whether you're rooting for that sort of...
All he's got is this instant fame from this man-eating plant. And in order for him to survive as a character in this... Somebody's calling the box office for tickets.
Hello, the Vox Box office. Cheers.
And the Vox Box office. I really like that. The Vox office. Hello, Vox
We're all about the realism here. I only had half a shot. Oh God, hang on.
God. That's like heartburn in a cup.
That's what I put on my Tinder profile.
Question number 4.
Go on.
Name the trio who narrate the story as the street urchins and as a Greek chorus to the show's proceedings. So what are their names? Can you name the girls who are the street urchins and act as a Greek chorus to the show's proceedings?
So good.
Can you name them?
In fact, whilst we're here and referring to these lovely ladies, wrong show, I've got a little recommendation for our listeners / watchers / peeps. So if you type into, oh God, Chris, you're going to love this. And I'm afraid the mic's going to peak, but I also don't give a shit anymore. If you type into YouTube, how to upstage with vocal riffs featuring Little Shop of Horrors. There's this beautiful 1-minute video.
What?
Right? Yeah, and it's just sort of like, how to upstage with vocal riffs featuring Little Shop of Horrors. And then, I don't know the production it's from, I should have had a look, I'm sure it will say in the information underneath. It cuts to the finale ultimo of a production, and they start the right at the end, subsequent to the events you have just witnessed. And one of the ladies, who I won't mention, then goes, "I just witnessed!" And she's like, "Ah!" And then it's like, from Maine to California, and it's like, yes, and it's just this woman, and her eyes go wider than dinner plates.
To watch this.
Oh God,
Will
honestly,
you share a link to that on
I
our
will.
socials,
I'll share
that
it.
is absolutely brilliant.
And it's just sort of like so calm, and it's like the sort of. I'm so sorry for the microphone peaking. I'm so sorry, but for all you headphone listeners. But oh God, and it's just so out of there, and it's very out of like. I wouldn't say out of character, but it's just sort of like whoa. It just shakes. You know, right at the end of the show, it's like you want a musical edition of like an espresso coffee kind of thing. You just want to be shaken out of your seat
like
in the last minute.
Finale of a shot of tequila.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Question number 5.
Oh, we're on 5, yeah.
Akin to his profession,
yes.
What are the 3 initials that follow Owen Scrivello's name?
Oh, God.
Akin to his profession, what are the 3 initials that follow Owen Scrivello's name? Just on this then, I devised this quiz.
Yeah. I'm really glad it's not for me because, oh my God.
The Sound of Music quiz.
Yeah, that was really good.
It's very easy.
Yes.
So I've made this a little bit tougher.
Well, you say really easy. I didn't know some of the answers.
Oh, right, okay.
But I'm an idiot.
No.
I am. I'm an idiot
for
who
the
drinks.
superfans. These are for the superfans of the musical theatre and of Little Shop of Horrors.
I know a superfan. Can I shout out to someone?
Yep.
Our good pal David Cameron. He is an absolute shout out to David Cameron.
Not the David Cameron.
Not the ex-Prime Minister, our local David Cameron. And he is an absolute super fan of Little Shop of Horrors.
Wow.
And so much so that I knew that when I was going to be talking to you about this today, I went and said, David, I know that you're going to have some polls of
we should have invited him in.
We should have a guest. Would you like some guest stars? Because if you do, let us know on our social media.
Yeah,
I think that would be brilliant.
We should have a guest
I think
drop
so.
in.
Maybe he could be here, like, David. Okay, but David wanted me to let you know that he once saw a production with, I believe they're called MJ Rodriguez, who is a trans woman, as Audrey.
Oh, wow.
Right? And it added so much depth to the character without really having to change it. And apparently he was so touched by the, what's the big duet called? The Suddenly Seymour.
Yeah.
And the whole connection between those two is just, and essentially that message of, I'm here, I'm going to take care of you, and I accept you as you are. Exactly.
And the dynamics between Audrey obviously accepting Seymour as being this humdrum geek.
And apparently it was just the best Audrey he's seen.
Wow.
And I felt that was really, so shout out to you, David, for your wonderful...
That's brilliant.
Isn't that brilliant? And
yeah, it's wonderful.
It's sort of then, I know this might be then opening up quite a deep conversation, but there are so many characters like this where it doesn't matter the sort of the background of the actor itself in it, and it's, or if anything, it might elevate the storyline
and
and
the
stuff
role.
like that. And the role, elevate.
And now in theatre, just to go off on that a little bit, we're seeing more and more gender-blind casting.
Yes.
The Hull Truck Theatre, for
Which
example,
has to be
recently
a good thing.
did a production of Oliver with a female Fagin. And what's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Let's explore. That's what theatre's about.
Exactly.
It's being about, and obviously with the revival of Stephen Sondheim's Company with a female Bobby.
Yes, of course.
Which went down well to critical acclaim. Absolutely sensational.
I remember when I was scrolling through, like all my social media and stuff, just seeing an advert for that every single day. It was so pushed.
All about pushing boundaries and breaking barriers of prejudice. And I think...
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not explore?
It's there. That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
Have you got another question for us?
Number 6.
Yep.
Who plays Orin in the movie? Who plays the dentist in the movie? A nice, easy one there for you for question number 6. So who plays Orin Scrivello, a.k.a. the dentist, in the movie?
If I were...
A rich man?
Wrong show. If I were putting on words. If I were putting on Little Shop of Horrors, God, my tongue is feeling like bigger than my mouth at this
I think
point.
it's the cocktail and the shots and the wine. But I don't suppose they have anything to do with it at all.
No, not at all. If I were putting on Little Shop of Horrors, Chris, you know how quite a few companies, when you come in on Act 2 and you see the plant sort of in its full glory, if you like, and then throughout the rest of Act 2, you kind of see some of them sort of really explore it growing.
The growth.
All the way through the stage. Would it work? Because you have to remember, guys, as well, I'm a musical sort of director person. I'm not like a
director.
I'm not a director. I'm not a choreographer. I don't really understand logistics to that much extent. But
you have the passion and the vision and the drive.
Thanks. Hire me. But I wonder, like, would it be possible? Would it work to get the sort of what's the right word? Like tendrils. Do you know what I mean? Like the planty tendrils. To go out into the audience somehow, and sort
that would be interesting.
So then, by the end,
so
you've got everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Whether it's even just down the walls or something like that.
Oh, I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
That's not too much. I don't think that's far enough.
I think
that would really suit an intimate space. You know how I don't know the
like
kind of physical elements of sort of Lion King or Cats, where people come out and say, "Why can't the plant come out and kind of envelop you into this kind of." Yeah.
I think that would be really good.
Making theatre, what is that, 5D, 3D, 4D?
One of them.
It's D.
It's D.
We've gone from a B movie to a D theatrical experience.
That doesn't sound as if it's getting better.
I saw a great production, a really, really, really good production of Little Shop of Horrors in Edinburgh at the Fringe Festival, where the ensemble, which started small and grew, actually made up the plant. So there wasn't a plant or a puppet per se.
Right.
But they had members of the ensemble building the plant. So they had all these characters in green costumes and then a couple of characters as a sort of red tongue that came out. It was very physical theatre.
So then as it got bigger, there were just more people.
More people that joined on.
That sounds really clever, actually.
It was great.
Wow.
What an interesting concept.
Were they in kind of like sort of just leotards and weird like skin suits and stuff like that?
It was a long time ago that they were definitely in green, and I just remember this kind of tongue that started a bit small, and the feed me thing was done as a big physical kind of. I'm doing a mime. I know we're on video now, but
we are.
If you're listening on the podcast, this probably won't translate as much, but I am doing a mime, and yeah, it was very, very interesting.
Because that's obviously such a. You have to it has to become menacing, doesn't it? Of course, it comes from this like lovely little, like cutesy little thing, and then it has to be it has to get people in. Spoiler alert! Has to get
people in,
peeps in, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely that. And I know we've mentioned this before, so if you don't know the answer to the next question, you just need to shuffle back to the beginning of the podcast.
Clever, go on.
But question number 7 is: can you complete the lyric? I'm a mean green mother from. ... I'm a mean green mother from... ... That's your question number 7.
I've got a question for you now, Chris.
Yes.
We are currently in Vox Box Karaoke Bar, the #1 karaoke bar in Hull. Thank you very much. We're here on a night out, and I insist that you're going to do a song from Little Shop of Horrors. What's your go-to song that you're going to sing?
Gosh, from Little Shop?
Yeah.
It would have to be... it'd have to be The Dentist.
Will it?
It would have to be The Dentist, unless I was duetting with Suddenly Seymour with you.
Of course.
Can I spin a question back at you?
Go on.
So if I was to say to you, you have been given free range of any musical theatre song to sing on karaoke from any musical, what is your go-to song and how are you going to wow the crowds?
That's too much choice.
I know.
Oh, God. No, that's too much choice.
I'm thinking
I don't know.
Needs to be something, and I often find this about karaoke, is that you have to find something that not only suits your voice, but suits your intended audience as well.
That's true.
There's no point going on there and singing a musical theatre ballad.
No, that's
true. Get in there and sing something like All That Jazz, or like Hey Big Spender, or like something like that. That'll get the whole crowd involved as well.
You always have to be able to read like the energy of the room, don't you? Because sometimes you do want a ballad, but you kind of want one few and far between, don't you? You want mainly like energy.
In my days of doing the club circuit when I was a singer, and I used to do the pubs and the clubs in and around the city, I'd always, every night, finish my set with You'll Never Walk Alone. And people would walk out and they'd go, I'm not listening to this. And then there'd be some people in the room that are fans going, oh yeah, go on, Liverpool, Liverpool. And I was like, I'm not singing this because I'm a Liverpool supporter No. This is not Liverpool. This is a Rodgers and Hammerstein classic from the musical Carousel. But people don't understand that, you see. They think it's either a dig at Man United fans, for example, or whatever. Or I'm a fay with football or anything quite like that.
I thought you were talking about rugby. I don't know sport at all.
In the movie, this is question number 8. In the movie, John Candy makes a cameo appearance.
Does he?
But what is his profession? I loved that look to the camera. So in the movie, John Candy makes a cameo appearance, but what is his profession?
Sure. You'll have to let us know on social media. I think that my go-to song. Now, if I am thinking, I know you said we can open it up to any show. Now, currently, my song choice changes every day. You have to.
I'm like that. When people ask me what my favourite musical is, it'll be different today than it is tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Which is my favourite child? Don't have one. But
everybody
currently,
has a favourite child.
Where?
Everybody has a favourite child.
Do they?
Yeah, I am definitely my mother's favourite.
I must be the favourite as well.
Great. Have you got any siblings?
I do.
Oh, right. God bless the siblings.
Sorry, Jay. Anyway, I'm currently in a Dreamgirls phase, right?
Oh,
so
I like Dreamgirls.
I like Dreamgirls, and I think I would probably do the Never Met a Man Quite Like You. So what's that? The Love Me, I Do.
Me, I Do.
Yeah, I like that. But if I had to choose one, If I had to choose one from Little Shop, though, now the go-to, obviously, for a woman like myself, Summer That's Green, of course. But there's something about Feed Me, Seymour.
Who sings that again?
I think it might be The Plant.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, God, peak.
Peak. I peaked at 10:30 this morning when we started recording.
Oh, God.
Can I give you another
hang on,
question?
hang on, give me a second.
Question number 9.
Should I still taste it 10 seconds later?
God, I can't cope with that. I'm glad they're all gone. Just don't mention the P word again.
Don't mention the thing.
One of the greatest is Ellen Green, obviously, who is an absolute sensation. And I love her when she revives that song in Hey Mr. Producer, which is absolutely heartbreaking and glorious. So question number 9 then is Ellen Green plays Audrey in the movie, but who plays Audrey in the original 1982 production? Ellen Green plays Audrey in the movie, but who plays Audrey in the 1982 original production?
We're about to put on Little Shop of Horrors, you and me.
Yep.
We have the entire population of the world as our casting pool.
Yep.
Who are you going to cast as Audrey? Wrong answers only.
Wouldn't it be?
Answers
I love
only.
These miscast vibes. Wouldn't it be great if, given their tender ages as they are now, if we had Patti LuPone playing Audrey?
I mean, that would be really cool. I was thinking more, Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews. Absolutely. What amuses me about our previous podcasts is when we've talked about Patti LuPone, of course.
Oh, God, Patti LuPone.
I adore Patti.
I
adore Patti, and I know you mentioned the thing about her diction, but that's the musical person coming through.
It is a little bit. She's still infallible. Yeah,
infallible
certainly.
is the word.
Yeah.
And a sensation and a pure joy. What about Seymour then? What about Nathan Lane versus Patti LuPone in a West End revival of Little Shop of Horrors?
I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
As our miscast, can I offer my alternate to bring to the callback would be Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, wow. Oh, gosh, yes, let's call him back. Let's get Steven Spielberg to give him a telephone call and say, hey, you've got the part. Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes.
is the longest running musical off-Broadway, true or false? Now, you already know the answer to this because I gave it to you at the start of the podcast.
Did you?
So let's have a listen, or let's have a results of who's actually been listening intently to this podcast, because I did mention this at the beginning.
What
True
number
or false,
question is that?
Little Shop of Horrors was the longest running off-Broadway musical, true or false? And that was my final question.
That was your final 10. Number 10. Fantastic.
Wow, well, I'm glad we haven't got any of these left. I'm so glad that I'm here with you. I'm even more glad we've been talking about Little Shop of Horrors.
Should we let them know what we're doing next episode?
Next?
Do you know what we're doing next? We're doing Bum Bum. Wah, wah, wah.
Les Mis?
Bum Bum Bum.
It's time for the big
wah,
one.
wah.
Are we really going there?
Wah, wah, wah.
I've got a few controversial remarks to make about that musical, so please make sure you listen in.
Bum.
Cheers!